no, there is no future, we are only living. What? Do you know what this statement means? There are a lot of stories yet to be told, and that is why this platform, B.ISA, B.ISA, will bring to you inspiring stories through passion, values, and environment. And this is your favorite host, Betty Osei-Bonsu. Recently, I traveled to Kenya, and I was privileged to travel to one of their landfill sites. And I got the opportunity to interact with this very lovely lady. Just look at how lovely she is, recounting her story on how she was giving birth to on the landfill and how she has grown for the past 16 years on that same landfill. It's what takes care of her, it's what she eats with, it's all she knows.
Yeah, I work as a teacher. Here to work.
Money, okay.
Yes, money.
For how long have you been working here?
I've been here for 2 years. I've been working here for 2 years.
Why did you decide to come work here?
Because there is no work anywhere, and I just decided to come here so that I can get small things that I can now manage it.
Okay. So for 2 years now, you've been doing the sorting, the picking.
Yes.
And how has that been for you?
It's not been easy. It's just to try.
Okay. Are you married? Do you have children?
No, I am with my mother. This is my mom.
Okay.
Yes.
So you are doing the work with your mother?
Yes.
Okay. And how do you see it? Is this something you think you want to continue to do?
It is not good if you find somewhere only to catch up yourself, to put yourself busy.
Okay, but what about school?
School. I went to school. I don't have work.
So you went to university or college? Why didn't you continue? Do you think this is something most of your group mates are suffering from in Kenya here?
Yes, the most thing, the movement has suffered.
Okay. But so what do you think the government should do?
Government. The government will provide work for the youth. We can get something.
But apart from the government, do you think
Yes, they can.
how do you think you can do that?
If I can get somewhere, I can stand up myself.
Okay, and it's through this office. So a day, how much do you get?
Here. A day you can get only sometimes 150 shillings. Yes. It is not enough.
Something broke my heart. Maybe it might break yours. She mentioned this very elegant looking building where they purchase most of their food from. Just take a look at this area. Just take a look at this place. So the spots for eating. We'll have to give it a 1 minute silence. If I tell you to leave here, would you? I doubt. Speaking to one of the contractors that has worked here for close to 10 years, and he was telling me his affiliation to some of the waste workers and seeing how they've grown over the years.
Oh, with her mother. So he met her mother here. So he continued with the life. He met up where he met
The mother. Okay, and that is how it just continued.
He just continued the life.
From birth, and even seeing how some of them have become grandmothers on the site. It's just a story that we just can't finish telling today. From what he said, there are lots of issues that emanate from this place. He mentioned that apart from individuals spending a lifetime on the landfill,
Yeah.
and it has been this way,
Yeah.
not developing.
Not
Just like this. So who do you think is to blame for the waste management issue?
the government.
The government. So straight to the government, not the public. Why? What can the government do?
The government can, visit the land. It's not conducive to the economy.
Yeah, and people are living there. Look at the houses around.
Yeah. Even the smell, which is coming from here.
Kenya, yes, Kenya, where I am right now, hosts the biggest landfill in Africa. Just imagine individuals, production companies going down to our natural resources, extracting it, producing resources that they think are actually resources, and rather they end up unwanted. Yes, Kenya hosts the biggest landfill in Africa called Dandora Dam. Dandora Dam. You don't want to see this area. It hosts more than 33,000 waste workers, their families, their children, all eating from that. It encompasses several acres of land. Just imagine those land put to waste. Just imagine that natural resource actually put to waste. And people are feeding here, people are eating here. Fine, yes, it generates revenue for them. It provides them with their daily meals. How sustainable is this? During the rainy season, they mentioned that they can't breathe during the rainy season. But take a look at this smoke and take a look at this area. How people will be suffering from this. So now, although they are generating revenue from this, the health implication, not only to them, but communities beside them, it's escalating. It's unimaginable. It's mind-blowing. Maureen is from Kenya, and as she said, she's only leaving. There is no future. I got the opportunity to speak to her mother, who recounted also her story on how she gave birth to her child, working as a waste worker, and the child continued with her in that, without no education, exposing her to several risks on that particular job. The child had no option than to grow in that particular environment. This is a very sad story for me.
It's not her will for her to be here, but she doesn't have any other option to be here. So she brings in her here what to assist the small they get. The children. What she tries to see, there is no future. Because here there is no future.
This is not only happening in Kenya, it's happening in different locations. I traveled to Uganda, the same thing. Waste is I'm looking at the waste, it's more like a hill. What are we doing to our natural resources? This is a question we should keep on asking ourselves. How are we preserving our natural resource to cater for the future, to cater for our children and children to come? And thank God for the UNEA and the Global Plastic Treaty that is actually put in place to tackle the life cycle of plastics, because our major challenge now is plastics, fossil fuel, and this is something we should all look at. We are hoping that all stakeholders will be able to come together to tackle this major challenge we are facing in terms of plastic pollution. It's not enough to leave. We need a future. How long can we keep up with the present situation on waste pollution? One man's action should not affect another man's. Thanks so much for watching another inspiring episode on B.ISA with the title, We Have No Future and We Are Only Living. And this is your favorite host, B.ISA Bonsu. Next on the episode, we'll be hearing from Christine Kerebo as she tells us on how through passion she's driving change within her community on the title, The Pampas Street War. You don't want to miss this episode. Don't forget to follow us on all our social media platforms. On LinkedIn, it's Be Inspired with Stories from Africa. On YouTube, yes, that's button, press it. Subscribe to the channel, Be Inspired with Stories from Africa. And on Facebook, it's B.ISA with Betty. Don't forget you're watching Be Inspired with Stories from Africa with your favorite host, B.ISA Bonsu. Thank you. As an African,
mentioning our problems, but suggesting solutions to tackle them. Don't forget the solutions of one man cannot be the solution of another. Although we are one world, but yeah, we are different. We are different. We are different. We are different.